Hey, I'm Bill Golden with PwC Politics, and some of you know me as BillForDogCatcher.com, my blog where I talk about all kinds of issues from an independent perspective. I'm not a Democrat, I'm not a Republican, I'm not a Libertarian. I try to be pragmatic. Now, one of my favorite people, and you know her from another program, she has her own program called Prince William Roundtable, Nights at the Round Table, is Connie Moser. But now I want to put her on the hot seat this week. So Connie, let's talk about the Neabsco Action Alliance. Okay. You know that word action is in there, and you've been a member of many different civic organizations in the local area. Where is the action in your organization that you haven't seen in some of these other organizations per se?
Well,
what do you bring into the game?
We're not afraid to get dirty, for one thing. If it means a cleanup, if you want to go out into a stream or a park or an adopt-a-spot or an adopt-a-highway, or you want to pick up trash or sofas or used condoms or dirty diapers, I'm not afraid to pick that up. I got a pole about this long, but I'm not afraid to pick that up.
Okay, now, lots of organizations say they do things, and you just say, you know, you're not afraid to get dirty. And how often do you get dirty?
Oh,
I mean, is this like...
Every week.
Every week?
Absolutely,
really?
Every week. We have a schedule. If you go to our neabscoactionalliance.org, our webpage has a calendar.
And that's on the web as NAA.org, right?
You can find it either way.
Oh, okay, good.
Mm-hmm. You can also find us on Twitter, and you can also find us on Facebook, and you can find us on Google+, and you can find us on LinkedIn. So we're everywhere you want to be.
Okay, so you're real findable. What's the big game plan?
Well, we need support from Prince William County.
The government or the citizens or what?
The government, economic development would be a key player. So would our county supervisor. Those are necessary components to make any kind of a change. If anyone is following New Woodbridge, you see the absolute revitalization of that Route 1 corridor. And if you look at Gainesville or Brentsville or everywhere, they are building and changing and improving and making things better, except here in Neabsco District, where we are almost 60 years old at the top of Dale Boulevard.
And you're really talking about Dale City, per se, when you say Neabsco, right?
That would be my focus area.
Okay.
Because,
you know, a lot of people have no clue where Neabsco is.
Sure.
That's like saying Marumsco.
Right. Well, Marumsco got redefined in a census, so it should be easier to find them.
Okay, but you know, people don't live in census. They kind of know their neighborhood, okay? But, so let's talk about action. So, in 100 words or less, what would you really like to see change in your community to make it a better place? So you have a community, you said it's about 60 years old. Obviously development is happening at each end and you're kind of in the middle. You were what was, Dale City, you know, was at one time the growing area, and now it's become rather...
But we could be content with that. There's nothing wrong with being an older community as long as it's well kept. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with being an older community. That you want that. You want stability. You don't want turnover and new people coming in and out all the time. Okay. You don't want rentals.
So what are we trying to achieve?
We are trying to achieve a happier way of life for the people that live here.
Okay, and how can we do that?
Well, I'd like to start with a community center of some sort. We have a perfect location. We have a commuter lot at Center Plaza and Gemini Way that is...
And that's off of Dale Boulevard, Minnieville, correct?
Just down from there.
Just down.
And it's next to an older shopping center that has many vacancies in it. We have the farmers market there. That's a big plus. But through the week, it's underutilized as a commuter lot. And I think it would be the perfect opportunity to make a more upscale farmers market by putting roof line, maybe A-frame roof, and then perhaps a pavilion in the middle on the on the same idea as Lloyd Harris Pavilion
Okay,
in Manassas.
so you're saying that if you had your way, the one thing you'd really like to achieve is to build a sense of community, and to do that, you believe a community center focused on different aspects of the community becomes available to the community, and that doesn't exist.
Absolutely not. And there's no place for people, you know, we've become so diverse. And in that little plaza, there's an African restaurant, there's a Thai restaurant, there's a Chinese restaurant.
There's a Dairy Queen that's got Wisconsin taken care of.
But shouldn't we be able to assimilate and associate with each other? I mean, instead of just, you know, I just want to see people mix and mingle and get to know each other and help each other, like
You want a Baskin Robbins put in, right?
I don't care. Dairy Queen's fine. I don't have any problem with Dairy Queen. I just think that if you incrementally raise the level of your surroundings, that people respond to that.
But you're really saying we need a place where people can come to begin with.
Absolutely.
We'll mix later. Okay. This is Bill Golden saying, I like this, and they put a bar in it. I'll help get it. So until next week, this is Bill Golden with PWC Politics, a.k.a. BillForDogCatcher.com, saying, let's get a bar, let's get a community center in Dale City, and why not a Baskin Robbins? Take care.